What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tomboy After Dark. I'm your host, Kristin. I got my girl, Lilla. It's
Hey,
Halloween.
y'all. It is
Yep.
Halloween, honey. I
Yep.
actually don't know what happened to the month of October. Like, all of a sudden, it's almost November, and Halloween is this week. Like, when did that actually happen? You know?
I have come to learn to expect October to fly by because we have 2 races. We're gone for 2 weeks. It's like you get back and then you get back and then you go. And then we got back from one and they wanted to go to one this past weekend. So we went to another one this weekend that was not part of our regular series. It was just for fun.
And was it fun?
This weekend coming, we had a good time. This weekend coming, we are going to Darlington for a race. And if anybody is close, they got to come. It is a cool race. Okay.
Ugh.
It's for children. The kids race, they raise money for other children that
Aw.
have diseases and not, I guess life threatening is the word. I mean, they're not doing well. They have, either a degenerative disease that has them in a wheelchair or they have something mentally that's off. So every year they pick 5 children. All of the kids that raise money for this group. And it's just a fun race. All juniors, they're all cars that are running anywhere from 70 to 85 miles an hour.
Wow.
And they're kids. I mean, there could be a 6 or 7-year-old there driving a car.
Wow.
They're
That's
funny.
cool.
They're
Well,
probably
it's like Saudi.
5. But yeah, it's a good race. Danica will race it. We have our crew chief Logan is going to race in the alumni race Friday night that they do for fun. So a kid that is aged out of the juniors, or somebody that drove a junior dragster that wants to get back in it for one night, if they have access to one, they can race in that alumni race Friday night.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think that's cool. So Logan used to race juniors and he's 22 and he can fit in her car and stuff. So he's going to run that Friday night. But we're going to be at Pig on the Ridge.
Okay.
And before I forget, if y'all aren't doing anything Friday night, you got to come eat some barbecue. We have a cook team. Gabe and Taylor are cooking. They'll be cooking all night until the next morning, and it won't be over until like noon. So if you have any time in the evening or in the morning, you have to come. We'll have plenty of butts. They get 30 that they cook and they enter into the competition, and all the teams get 30 butts. You can purchase
30?
They get 30 butts and they cook them.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
My God.
well, the town. This was the committee that I used to be on. So the town.
Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
It's actually not a part of the town or associated with the town, but they let us do it there, or let them do it there now. So I'm not a part of it, not associated. But it is fun. Gabe's cooking with his brother and a couple of other friends of ours. And Friday night there's music and like a street dance. And Saturday morning they have a parade of cars that come through and they're all vintage. They're just unique and cool. Yeah, it's so fun.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right there, we can just park and go and get what we need. And obviously my mother-in-law's house is right there too. So it's comfortable and it's fun. And the barbecue.
And what time does it start Friday night?
7 or 8. Once sunset. And then all they'll cook. So Gabe was already talking with his brother about how I'm gonna have to have the motorhome out there. Like I don't camp.
He's ready. He's gonna set up Wednesday.
It's gonna have to be.
Get to it.
Somebody that doesn't know, I'm podcasting right now.
Duh, God, how dare you? So what are you doing Halloween this year? Are you dressing up? Do you have any plans? What's going on? It is Halloween week. I know so many people who live for this holiday. They live for it. This is like the highlight of life. I feel like this opens up the season of Thanksgiving and then Christmas, but I feel like Halloween is like that next step in our lives.
The dressing up part of Halloween. And I like the idea of a costume party that I can go to for like 30 minutes to an hour and then out of. Just because the fun part to me is just getting ready and the cool part of it. Before we started recording, we were talking about past outfits and costumes that we've had. When I tell you, I will go to lengths to get the costume the way that I want it. I will. I've made outfits. I've gone to Michael's. I have glued scales onto mesh and painted them blue and dyed my hair red and put whole blue body paint all over my body. I mean, I have
the Avatar. Was that for Halloween or was that for a show?
was Mystique from
My God. Okay, well, whatever.
It was legit the
The
coolest.
blue costume, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. How long did that even take?
That's what I was getting at. Like, I added up the hours, not the days, but I added up how much time I spent on it, and it was like over 8. But there was a headpiece, and you had to make all this stuff days before so it would be dry and you'd be able to put it on yourself.
Right.
And then the process of the painting, which I had a lot of experience with because of bodybuilding. So that part didn't actually take me that long. And then the hair, Gabe helped me with my hair. So I mean, it was a team effort, but the coolest. Like that was probably my second favorite year. My first favorite year, still to this day, that I ever did, because I have done a few things that I personally like, or obviously I wouldn't have done them. But, and I wish I could remember the name of this guy. We need somebody that like sits over here and answers these questions as they come up.
Like, who is it? Who is it? What's his name?
It's from Mad Max, not the newest one, but the one that came out with Charlize Theron like a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago. And it's the scene, you know, the whole movie is the scene where they're coming through the desert and they're just barreling through and there's rock music playing and she doesn't have an arm but she's still hot and there's all these hot sirens around that are like being, you know, exploited by this bad guy that's chasing them in their war brigade. It's like this whole thing. And there's this guy on the back of one of the trucks that's got drums on it and they're barreling through the desert. It's so cool. And there's this guy on the back of the truck that's like tied to it and he's got this double guitar and he's just raging with this metal and he's got this crazy hair and he's got bandages all over him. And we did that. Like Gabe strapped me to the back of our semi, not our pickup, like our semi tractor trailer, like that we have that our race car rides in.
Yeah.
Put his amp and gaming guitar on the back of that and then rolled to our buddy's Halloween party.
Come on.
Awesome. And all the kids came out and were like, oh my God. It was
had no idea what was going on, but it was just cool. That's badass. That is cool.
Some of my favorite costumes though have been Chloe's costumes, not mine, you know?
Yes.
And if I can incorporate her always, that's the goal.
I love it. I love it when people do that. That is, and that's so up your alley. And Chloe's just used to it. Like, I feel like she is meant to be a show dog, but on her own terms.
I still feel like she could win an athletic competition. I know she could. An agility one? Yeah, my girl could jump, run, climb, shoot escalator.
Okay.
Up and down an escalator.
Not too many. What's her costume this year?
Part of that's because she trusts me. She's going to be a pound puppy. They all are. They're all going to be pound puppy. Except Ace and I are going to dress up like Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox and do like Who Wore It Betters.
Y'all, we are definitely posting this. We have to post pictures next time.
I've had the idea. I thought maybe because I based them all, like all of the looks that I chose, I based off what Ace would look like in them.
Because that's the important part, right?
A couple of things are like, how easy would it be for me to find what I will need for his costume?
Right.
I mean, the sizing, the availability is an issue. Do I need paint? Is it something that, you know, it's got to work?
Yeah.
Picked out a couple that I think would be really cute. And then the other day I saw, y'all can know this because it'll be past Halloween when this comes out. But I was thinking, Gabe showed me some past Halloween looks that Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have done together. I was like, no, we should do the same costumes, but do it better.
And you're gonna.
And then I thought that might be a little much because it's like 6 days out from Halloween. So we went back to the original plan and we're going to see how it goes. So my plan is to like have the inspo photo and then have us. And then, but then I thought if I did it with Lizzie, the new little baby puppy, that might even be funnier.
Oh my God.
Well, it is for it to be funnish.
Well, I mean, of course, like you have to. This is the moment.
That was the best. I mean, now looking back on it, I feel terrible that I made Ozzy put on a dwarf outfit when he had butthole cancer. But I didn't know.
Stop. You didn't know.
I know, but God, my poor boy. He's probably like, this silly bitch. I don't feel good.
Like, I don't feel good. Mama, you got me dressed up as a... What are we doing?
But it was our last Halloween.
Love it. As corny as people think it is, I love when couples dress up like with a theme and stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. Although Shane this year is, his company is doing, and so he's Uncle Fester, but he nails it. Like, we got the light bulb that lights up everything. I mean, head to toe, amazing. He is, like, when I say my husband, if you give him a reason, he doesn't even need a third of a reason. He needs a little of a reason to dress up in a costume, and he is going to go all the way out. Me,
The funny
I
thing
love a
about
good,
Shane, though, I just got to interject this. I feel like
yeah,
the thing about Shane, though, is he's going all out the dad route. He's going
absolutely.
all out would what your dad would do.
Yes.
Which
Dad
he
jokes all day.
this.
It's just hilarious
It's
because I mean, this weekend we went to my
I love the spirit.
brother-in-law's 40th birthday, and for Oktoberfest, and I mean, he got the full, like the leather with like the socks and the two pieces and everything. I just had a shirt that said, "I'm here for the shits and giggles."
Yeah.
That was the level of mine, because I was like, we're not going to like a party, but we are going to a Halloween party on Thursday night at my mom's boss's house, which is like the party. So I'm excited. I'm doing basic. I'm doing like the Starbucks of Halloween costumes. I'm just dressing up as a devil because I have to. We have a mandatory fun on Thursday at my job where we have to dress up. Like, we don't have a choice, but it has to be work appropriate. So I'm like, okay, I'll wear all black and throw on some devil horns and some red lipstick, and like, I can't go in there in like a fishnet mermaid outfit or
They're
something.
red. You could at least wear
Guys,
red.
I am. I'm gonna wear a little. I'll do something, but I just can't go like. I feel like Halloween is like that moment in people's lives where no one judges you. You can literally walk out in a thong, fishnets, knee-high boots, boobs everywhere, and it's Halloween and it's okay. Like, this is the moment in people's lives where it's like,
For
well, I know, but people that are so self-conscious and they would never wear this, but then Halloween you see them and you're like, okay, girl, where'd all this come from? But I was telling Kristin, I was watching this guy and he was like, what's the hottest thing ever? When like a chick that's like a solid 10 and is so freaking hot and has the body to wear nothing but fishnets outside and be looked at as a goddess, dresses up as, like you said, an earthworm, or, those little things outside of car sales places that are like waving in the wind, or dresses up as a freaking turtle, like, it's so funny to me. Like, when they could be dressed up as like Britney Spears or whatever, they choose to be a turtle. And I love it,
Well, I think it's because the girls that could probably dress like Britney Spears are dressed like Britney Spears half the time.
Right. Like, to them, that's normal.
Like, they know they can throw it out when they need, or turn it out when they need to.
Right. What is your favorite Halloween candy? Like, what is the candy?
We had trick-or-treating at the racetrack Saturday night, and the little girl that goes with us, she's 2, so we took her trick-or-treating. I didn't actually get to go as much as I wanted to. I had to hand out snacks at ours, which we handed out Pop-Tarts and stuff, which is hilarious. It's like nutritious breakfast foods we're giving out at Miles Custom Racing because that's what the sponsor is. So it's like, we
Whatever.
have 3 bags of these in our motorhome.
Right.
We give them away. Sorry.
Here's a Pop-Tart for you. Here's a granola bar for you.
No, we didn't take them out of the packs. They're cool. They come in a pack, and they're children. Then they sell them in vending machines in schools.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
80% of the school districts in America carry them.
Wow.
And they've got a little card that they swipe and the little pack, and they can take it home and have food at home.
I love it.
It's
I love it.
enough to eat at home. It's pretty cool. So, what were we talking about?
You're talking about the racetrack, handing out candy. I have a story about my first Halloween in America.
They had so much candy at the racetrack. I was trying to think of what I gravitated towards when she was making little piles of all the types that she got. And I didn't really see anything that I was like, oh my God, I haven't had that in forever. It was all kind of like, I haven't seen that in forever. Oh, like, like that doesn't look good. I did kind of want a Twizzlers, but then I thought, no, you've got dental work. Don't do that.
Your teeth will come out. It's okay.
Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really grabbed me.
No? You're not a big candy person, huh?
Well, I don't really like chocolate. And that rules out of it.
Right. Right.
And I'm not going to eat just blocks of sugar. Like
I
Smarties,
mean,
tarts and things like that really never got me. I would eat a cube of sugar before I would eat a sweet tart.
candy.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
the older I get, I used to love chocolate. I don't really like chocolate. Like, I like it, but I just have to be craving it. But the older I get, I have this like fixation on gummy candy. Like, I'll wake up and be like, God, I just want like some gummy worms to like pull. It's the weirdest thing. I also didn't used to love pasta. Now I love like all the things that are bad for me and gonna like help me enter perimenopause and become 500 pounds if I don't watch it are the things I'm loving. But let me tell you about my first Halloween in America. Okay?
Okay.
This is a story. I can't believe I didn't lead with this. Like, hi. Okay, so picture this. It's our second day in America. Okay? We come from communist Hungary, where we weren't even allowed to watch American TV. I have no idea what Halloween is. I have nothing. We moved to America, Washington State, and I see pumpkins everywhere and stuff. And I was like, that's cute. Like, I still didn't understand what the hell it had to do with anything. So we were so poor when we moved to America. I think I've told this another story. My dad would like literally go fishing after work and catch fish and bring them home. And that's what we would eat. I think we ate fish my first 9 months in America every single night. If he caught some, if he didn't, we just didn't. So anyway, the university that my dad was working for, Washington State University, furnished this apartment for us. And we had this huge bowl of like pineapples and bananas and apples and oranges. When I say to us, that may as well have been $8 million sitting on the table because we were rationed, back in Hungary at that time. A pineapple? Who gets to eat a pineapple? So we walk in the house and we're like, we've made it. We have made it. Like, we are in America. We have somewhere to live. So my dad leaves to do something, whatever. It's me and my mom in the house. And all of a sudden the doorbell rings. We open the door and there's a flock of children in costumes with bags. My mother and I don't speak English, so we have no idea what the hell they're going on about. They're saying trick or treat, but to us, it may as well have been, whatever the hell they were saying. And we just stood there like, what do these children want? Why are they dressed up in My dad gave us no warning that it was Halloween night and there would be children showing up, okay? So my mom was like, they must want something. Maybe we have to give them food. So girl, why did we hand out all of the apples, oranges, pineapple? And the kids were looking at us like, what, you know? And every time more kids came, my mom looked at me and she was like, one day we'll get those fruits back. Like, one day we'll be able to buy those fruits again. And it was such a sad moment in our lives. And I hated Halloween. I was like, why do they get to take our food? Like, why do we have to give them? I didn't understand what was going on. I was so sad. And then after it was all said and done, my dad comes home and we're like, they came and took all of our food. And he was like, what are you talking about? We were like, kids came with bags and we had to give them our food. So looking back on these like fresh immigrant moments, so that was my first Halloween in America. Didn't understand what the hell was going on. It was traumatic. It's like a core memory of like loss and disappointment and struggle. Like when they took that with that pineapple, when the pineapple went, that was it. That was it. It was the pineapple that broke my heart. Thank God. I mean, there's so many coming to America stories here. Huh?
My mind just went somewhere completely different, but I was thinking
yeah.
you were talking about the struggle and how, this fruit symbolized so much. Well, when we moved to Florida, my mother married a gentleman and we moved to Florida and they would argue a lot. And they got into an argument one day and one of them, I forget who, slashed the tire. Well, the other one pissed and slashed the other tire. And then the other one got pissed and slashed the third. And so, by the time they're done, we have 4 slashed tires. And I'm just sitting there looking at this one vehicle that we prayed for and scraped for and looked for the best deal we could get. You just demolished our one mode of transportation in this town. We know nobody in.
And probably don't have the money to buy 4 brand new tires.
You know nobody in. You know what I mean? Like we were 7-8 hours from home. And anybody that could help us.
Yeah.
So you said you're going to be a devil this week?
Yeah, a devil. It's basic. It's fine. Literally, we're not going to be at this party long. A new addition to my life, which I actually love, and it's kind of what I need. Not what I need, like, time-wise, but Shane and I joined this, like, I will work out all day long, but I need right now in my life, I need structure and, like, someone to tell me what to do, you know? So we joined this, it's called Base Camp. I'm sure you've heard of it. But anyway, it's like a circuit, like, it's nonstop.
Where is it?
It's down near like Dreer High School and stuff. So like kind of downtown, but it's like a small place, but it's just the vibe in there is cool. It's not one of those where like everybody's like competing and, like Orange Theory and stuff. I can't get down with that. This is like everybody's in their own little world, but you are killing, like dying. So we're going at 5:15 every morning now. So
Hey,
Halloween night, we're not going to be going crazy, but just a little crazy. I just like seeing other people dressed up, really. So we're going to a little party.
yeah, I would like to go to a haunted house. That's my main objective. I'm gonna dress
We
up,
went to
do the
go to a
golf.
haunted house. I said, you like haunted houses?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. We just went to Scarowinds last weekend, and their haunted houses, like, I don't know. I think it's just because I know nobody can hurt me. Like, of course, I get scared, when people like jump out and stuff. But in my mind, I'm like, they can't actually hurt me. Like, nothing in here is actually gonna like decapitate me or rip my intestines out and eat them in front of me or anything like that. So I'm like, I just like the rides at Scarowinds. I love all rides so much. So I rode all the rides.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just that feeling of like, what's about to jump on me
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
like. And just the ritual of it. I mean, it's fun. The
I mean, it
standing
is fun.
line,
You go through, you're
how
all
they
scared.
where they have s'mores and things you can buy and hot chocolate and stuff
Mhm.
hanging out outside. So I think that's smart.
Where do you usually go for a haunted house here? I don't even know.
I was trying to remember the name of it today, but there's one out here near us that I know one of the guys that creates the mask and some of the scary features of the haunted house for Laura. And it's not far from us, but I cannot remember the name of it. I want to say I'm going to mess it up. It's not Deceased Farms. I don't know. I'm going to have to look. It's because somebody else, Danica had asked me about it, and I couldn't remember. It bothered me.
Yeah, I feel like the haunted houses that you drive by in those small, like, country towns, but they go all out, those are the ones. Like,
Yeah.
those, like, we were driving back from God knows where, because all we've done is driven for the past 3 weekends. And it was literally in the middle of, when I say the middle of nowhere, I can't tell you the nearest city, town, village. And I'm talking like this huge, insane haunted house in the middle of the woods. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. I feel like those are the ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones.
This one is cool because there's like a zombie shooting aspect, and they give you a gun and let you do some stuff.
Okay,
There's
that sounds
another
fun.
one out here where you get on a wagon ride or a hay ride.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. There's like a rock concert that they do, and these people
Is
come
that
out.
Saluda Shoals? Is that the one at Saluda Shoals?
I don't know.
Do they still do one?
I don't know.
I feel like they used to.
Very scary.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking for like kids and stuff,
That's what they're planning all year. It's all they do.
One of those.
What I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. My boy makes the masks and stuff. Eduardo.
Wow. Eduardo.
Anyway, so
I just love the fun of Halloween. I just love it. Oh yeah. I mean, some people like literally go all out. Last year when we were in Saudi, this man spent 8 months, maybe more, making a costume out of cardboard, but I'm about to pull only because the picture came up today on my time hop, so I know it's here. And like he spent 7 months making this costume to wear one night in Saudi. Oh, this was Shane last year. You can't.
is he doing something?
Yeah, it's a camel.
Okay.
Yep. He dressed up as a, come on. No, I think it was yesterday that they came on. Anyway, I just love when people that go all out. I love people with spirit and excitement for these things. And I hate people that are like, oh my God, that's so dumb. Like, why would a grown up? Because we want to have fun. We are kids. Keep the kids alive. Yes. Like people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe you still dress up for Halloween. Oh my God. Like, then don't, Susan. Then don't. Yeah.
Would.
I had someone like years ago, I'm not going to say who, someone I worked with, And at school, I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna like wear a costume on Halloween to school. She was like, you were in your 40s. I was like, yeah, okay, that's dumb. You're gonna look stupid. I said, I'm not. I'm not. And the kids loved it. They freaking
Oh,
loved it. Of course they did. And I loved it. Shut up.
how
Some people
weird.
just love to be just like, this is the same person that told me that people above 30 shouldn't have blonde hair. What?
I don't think
Yeah.
people think things like that
She
still.
actually told me that at my age, and to be fair, I was 33 at the time. I just got my hair done, my little platinum. And she was like, so when are you going to let it go? I was like, let what go? She was like, the blonde. She was like, women in their 30s really shouldn't be dyeing their hair blonde anymore. I was like, but why?
Huh?
You know, those people that just love to hate everything. And they're the same people that would never dress up for Halloween because, oh my God, and they would never, ever do anything. I mean, the
That's
day
the
after
information.
Christmas, me and Shane dressed up. He dressed up as Buddy the Elf, and we went to the Oliver Gospel Mission just to say hey to everybody. Took pictures in front of the State House with people in front of the Christmas tree. They thought he was a hired person. We dressed up head to toe in Christmas costumes and just rode around Columbia and just spread cheer. We decided to get in the car and spread Christmas cheer. And that is what we need to do. And Halloween is the beginning of that, because then we go into Thanksgiving and then Christmas. I just like all the family time and stuff.
Yeah, you're going to get plenty of it. And you're going to get plenty of it in the car. And you're going to get plenty of that.
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I love the traditions of all of it. And I also love being an adult and having the ability to say, no, I'm not going to do that this year. It
Yeah.
is honestly my favorite part. Like, there have been at least a couple Christmases, and this is why I say that, it gets, you'll
Yeah.
see.
Oh, I know.
Having multiple places to go, I just a couple years ago started deciding, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not even going to
Yeah.
Thanksgiving this year. I see people all the time.
Right. I mean, you have to remember, I used to only come home during Christmas and
I
summer.
do
So
remember. So
my winter holidays were just like,
yeah.
see this person, this Christmas dinner, that Christmas dinner, this person, this family member, that. So, I mean, I know this year is going to be much the same, but at least people know that they can see us. It doesn't have to be on this day. You can see me next weekend because I'm still here, you know?
Well,
So it's time to
and
stay away from the wall.
sometimes a more intense workout is not the answer. Sometimes getting up earlier is not the answer. Sometimes,
I know.
you know.
I know.
Hey guys. Okay, so Halloween, we gotta have pics. I know I
Yes.
have pics. And we'll post one.
Kristin, can you do something for us for next week? I want you to make a collection of your pictures from Halloween because, like, I've always been a basic Halloweener. I love dressing up, but all my costumes are like basic Halloween costumes. But yours are incredible.
I
I would
would
like you to put together
in
a
all of the
slideshow.
animals, y'all, before we go. I say I made, but the year that I did the guitar thing,
Uh huh.
the other guy in the movie is a bigger guy and he's like the bad guy. He is the
Uh
bad
huh.
guy. But it only made sense for him, for that to be Gabe, right? Because that's the
Of
guy
course.
in the movie.
Yeah.
I gotten the outfit, I got the shield, I got the hair. I have learned one thing with Gabe: do not get him a wig for any costume party, and do not put anything on his body other than clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
Because before we even got to my buddy's house, who only lived around the corner, that's why I was able to ride on the back.
Right.
He only lived around the corner. He had already taken the vest off. It didn't even make it there. I'm like, you got to at least put it on to walk
Like,
in.
come on. Right.
But the wig, I got him a wig when he was Meatloaf. He didn't like that either. He hated the
Yeah.
wig.
Yes. Please. Please. I need pictures of this.
He hated
Please.
the wig.
I really just want you to put together a Halloween slideshow for next week.
You're
I would really
welcome.
like it.
He
I would
wanted
really like it.
to have a party saying, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. He
But
thought
I
it
won't do that.
was so fun.
I love that song, actually.
Yeah, I do too. I, it
I love
explains
it.
the
Yeah.
way when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's home. But like 10, 11, 10, 11, when he had that resurgence and had that song come out and became popular
It was
again.
that song.
I mean, looking back on it now, I had funny feelings about the way I felt about the man singing that song.
Right. And
And
I
that's
think that's
hilarious.
right. Now you had him dress up as Halloween.
Oh my
I
God.
love it. I love it.
Okay.
All right,
So,
guys. Well, have a safe, well, by the time you guys see this, I hope you had a safe Halloween. Don't take your kids candy. You know, that trend, though, is the funniest thing in the world. Have you seen the trend where the parents eat all the kids' candy and
yeah,
they don't really eat it, but like the kids think they do? Every year, those are my favorite. I will be watching all the TikToks on that the day after Halloween. I can't wait.
it's
It's
so
mean.
cool though.
It's
I
so mean.
can't.
I know, but I mean, they give it back. But some of those children, my favorite though, was this one little boy, and he was like he started crying, and he was like, said, "I'm okay with this. Maybe you just needed it more than I did, and maybe one day you can gift me some candy." But
Yeah,
he's like trying to be strong, and the mom's like, "No, I think we're done eating candy. Like we ate so much." And he was like,
yeah.
"But
Why
you
can't
needed it.
gold
You
medal
needed it."
for chocolate?
Right, like insane. Of course, afterwards they gave it all back to him and stuff, and he was like, "He said
Well,
y'all broke my heart. Y'all broke my heart."
well,
I love it.
it's
I love
candy.
kids.
It's a little
Right,
metaphor for ruining somebody's day.
right. And it's like the one time that kids are allowed to just candy, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway,
All
all
right.
right, guys, have a safe and happy Halloween. And
Like, share,
share, subscribe, share
oh
your Halloween stories. Do you have a coming to America Halloween story?
my God.
Because, honey, we didn't know. But when that pineapple went, I hated America so much.
That is
My
so cute,
pineapple. It was
actually.
so sad. Me and my mom just sat there looking at each other like, this is the saddest day. It was the happiest day of our lives, and now it's the saddest. We have no oranges, no pineapples. We're back to communist Hungary. Like, this is normal now.
You had to prevent the scurvy.
Right.
All right. I'm actually signing off right now. But
Bye.